Let me get back to my take from top of the hour. Fox News contributor Karl Rove joins us now. All right, Karl, have you ever seen anything like this? Live action dominating the news flow by the President of the United States. You ever seen this before?
No, and I think it's a combination of two or three things, one of which is the unique nature of this president, who is very comfortable, as you say, acting with a reality presidency. But it's also the growth of cable news and the explosion of social media, which has created, if you will, a class of people inside the United States who are focused on receiving information up to date, real time, and are engaged in this. The question is, how much of the entire American family is that, and what kind of an impact it'll have in the years to come. But yeah, we're in the midst of a dramatic change in media and a dramatic change in politics as a result.
On the left-hand side of the screen, I don't think you can see it, Karl, but you're looking at a senator from Minnesota who is one of the Democrats that's really sort of saying no to absolutely everything from Donald Trump. This is happening right now, by the way. Do you think that this is implacable opposition to everything is going to last? Or do you think it's a good political tactic by the Democrats?
Well, look, it's a good political tactic for Democrats from states like California. Maybe Minnesota, though I'm not so certain. I mean, if you're playing to the Democratic base, this is the kind of thing you do in a deep blue state. If you're from Oregon and you're Jeff Merkley, you say, yeah, absolutely, we're going to burn down the House. If you're Sheldon Whitehouse from Rhode Island, you say, oh, absolutely, there's nothing Trump could ever do that we would agree with or go along with. So in those, it plays to the base there. But American politics is ultimately settled. Remember, last fall, what won it for Donald Trump was people who had been historically Democrats or independents who tended not to vote for Republicans for president, but who broke in states like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Michigan narrowly for him. And the difficulty for the Democrats is they got several, one of which is in 2015 there are a lot of Democrats up, 10 of them, up in the United States Senate seats in states that Donald Trump won. But also they got a problem because their party is veering further to the left. It's sort of like the British Labour Party. They might have had a chance to win in the last election. They might have a chance to win in the next election, but they're making it harder for themselves by going harder to the left, and that's exactly what's happening here in America right now with the Democrats.
Karl, I'm going to put up on the screen pictures of the 10 Senate Democrats who are up for re-election next year. They all come from states which were won by Donald Trump in the last election. I'm going to just pick out a couple here. Senator Manchin, Democrat, West Virginia, his state went by 41 points for Donald Trump. North Dakota went to Trump by 35 points. Indiana by 19 points. Missouri by 18 points. I don't see how those 4 senators, or any of the 10, can be so dogmatic in their opposition to everything Trump and still get re-elected next year. I know that's the point you've been making, but it seems to me that if you translate that to votes for the Supreme Court nominee in the Senate, he's going to get the 60 votes needed.
Yeah, well, he might, but because you're right, like West Virginia, Joe Manchin, he's got 2 credible opponents, Congressman Jenkins and the Attorney General of the state, and both of these men are highly credible against him in a general election, particularly when, as you say, 41 points. Remember, Bob Dole lost that state by 16 points 20 years ago. George W. Bush won it by 6, and it's only gotten more and more Republican since then. Same in North Dakota. But you also got to be careful a little bit. It depends on the quality of the candidates that the Republicans are able to recruit and the quality of their campaigns. Take Heidkamp in North Dakota. She won in 2012 when Mitt Romney was carrying the state of North Dakota comfortably. So got to get good candidates. They got to run good campaigns. The Democrats have got to be, in response, careful about appearing to be too obstructionist to Trump. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a one-on-one battle trying to say, I represent the values of West Virginia or North Dakota better than the incumbent does.
Karl Rove, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We'll see you again real soon. Thank you, sir.